welcome, welcome. You guys are on the move with yours truly, JoAnna Ward, and we're here with my very special guest, Miss JoAnna Furby. She's getting back into the rhythm, getting started back with exercise, and she's gonna show us some mild things to do, and I'm gonna show you guys some mild things to do with the band. And with the band, what we wanna create is a burn that is continuously. So I want you guys to join me in welcoming my very, very, very special guest, Miss JoAnna Furby.
Thank you for having me.
Hello.
Hi, JoAnna. Thank you for having me.
So welcome back to fitness, and welcome to your first time on The Move with JoAnna Ward.
Thank you so much for having me.
So tell me a little bit about your limitations, your restrictions, because you may target someone that's in our audience.
Well, for starters, I'm a disabled American veteran.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of issues that come with that within itself. And so I have some spinal issues. I have some knee injuries, spinal stenosis at L4, L5. We have severe crepitus at the joint of the knee joint, both knee joints, and God, this is a long list. And also degenerative arthritis that's very severe in my right ankle. There's actually an 8 by 10 millimeter hole in my right ankle that the doctors wanted to fuse, but you and I both know when you strengthen the ligaments and the joints around the joint, it actually controls that joint and holds it together. So I passed on the fusing of the joint and just hydrated and worked on
In other words, she told the doctor.
ligament.
In other words, she told the doctor, "Boy, bye."
Yeah, I actually did.
Right. So, but JoAnna, how long have you actually been out of commission?
For 2 years.
For 2 years.
For 2 years.
So the reason that JoAnna's testimony, her story, her organization is so important is because she still has the courage to come back. And fitness, just like faith, is always open for you to come back. You can't be intimidated like, oh my God, I quit and now I just quit forever, or I backslid and now I just backslid forever. I tell you, faith and fitness are those things that never turn their back on you. They're always standing there waiting for you to come back. So, JoAnna is not going to give us her whole list, but I think that that's a long enough list for you to know that you don't have an excuse either. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and do some exercise with these bands, very simple exercises, and we're going to use some music. So here I have Mr. Destry Powell right here back to my right, and I have the beautiful, beautiful wife of Pastor Eddie Velez, Miss Anna Marie Velez, and of course yours truly. So we're going to start rocking side to side. We're going to wrap these bands around our hands, guys and gals, and we're going to go here. We're going to pull. That's my custom-made music from Ed Tide, Mr. Jeff Harris. Put my bands together. We're gonna pull it to your chest and let it go back out here. So pull and relax. Let's go, fluid. Let's do 10, 9, we're breathing. 8, still warming up. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, real smooth. 2, and let's relax. How do you guys feel? That's that burn that builds those muscles.
If you have carpal tunnel, this is gonna be a struggle for you.
Carpal tunnel is gonna be a struggle for you?
Yeah.
Just keep it around your hand, not your wrist. So we're gonna take a slight bend in the elbow, right here, and we're gonna pull it down and take it up. Pull it down to the shoulder and take it up. So it's not on your wrist, it's on your hand. To your shoulders and back. Now we're gonna fluid with that. Rhythmic. Pull, good. Breathing. Now you don't wanna hyperextend. You wanna have a slight bend like you're pulling on a bar, okay? You wanna turn that band into a bar. And the band's burn lasts for 45 to 90 minutes after the workout. The band is handy. It's a really efficient and effective piece of equipment that you can take pretty much anywhere with you. You can put it in your purse, your briefcase, keep it beside your bed. Let's do 10 more of these. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and perfect. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the band. All of us are gonna put the band under our right foot like so. We're gonna put our thumb, just like so, turn it down towards that right end of that band, and make sure that the opposite tip of that band that's away from our foot comes out by the pinky finger. So again, you're gonna hold your hand like this. Thumb is gonna be pointed down towards that left foot. Put it on your hand, let the band come out by the pinky, and what we're gonna do is have this all isolated through here, locked, tight, pull, and then go back down and relax. Pull, the arm is straight. The arm is straight. Perfect. So all you wanna do, Anna, is switch hands. Yeah, there you go. Pull, there you go. So what we're working now is our obliques, our glutes, shoulders, back, chest. Relax. Inhale. Exhale. Perfect. Where you guys feel it? Take it up as high as you can go. Take it up high and at an angle. Let's do 8 more. Breathing. 7. It's okay if you have to stop. 6. Last 5. 4. 3 more. Here's 2. Woo! Last one this side. How's those shoulders? Again, it's just a band, but it'll make you burn. So we're going to do the same exact thing. So we're going to start off with one tip of the band under the left foot. We're going to point that right hand thumb down to the floor. Bring that band under the tip of it and let it come right out by the pinky. Again, we're going to isolate, tighten, and hold. Point it up and out, nice and high, at an angle. Good job. Want to try to keep that arm is locked. Now, if you can't lock it, that's okay if you bend it slightly. But just remember, the more that it's straight, you're going to get a full tone sculpting here, okay? You're going to take it up and high. Good job. Way to get started. I see you guys working hard. I hope you're working hard at home and not watching. Now, if you don't have a band, you can just kind of lift your hand up here as long as you're moving, okay? And then when you can get to the store, you can get these bands for like $1 or so. If you know any physical therapists, they'll probably give you one. But it's really, really effective. 4 more. How you guys doing? 1 more. You guys look good. All right. So let's get some feedback from the bands. What do you think? It's just a piece of rubber.
I feel good.
You feel great? Pretty good. So you should be feeling good right now too. I mean, I'm kind of perspiring. It may not seem like much, but I tell you, use these bands effectively and efficiently, you're gonna feel a good workout. Going back to that right, we're gonna put it under the right heel. Make sure you keep your foot planted, because if you move your foot, your band's gonna pop up like that. So make sure you put the pressure back onto that band so that it doesn't pop. We're gonna take that elbow up into the air and we're gonna stretch that arm out, okay? So the key to this is not to do this, but to keep that elbow locked and then reach and bring that hand back down to the shoulder. If you can't go that high, just do what you can do. But your goal is full extension, full range of motion, and pull that band back down, okay? We're gonna do 15 on this right. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. How's that for tricep? That's to target that area that waves back when you wave your hand. Let's switch sides. We're gonna go to the left now. Remember, keep that pressure on that band because we don't wanna do this. People get petrified of that. They think it's hitting them, so. Let's keep that right heel down. Weight is on that left. Again, your elbows up nice and high. Target those triceps, that part that waves back at you. If you have it, it waves too with your hand. And we're going up for 15. You guys ready? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. That's perfect. You guys want to do it right? All right, so this time what we're gonna do is we're gonna do tip to tip. Right foot on one end, left foot on the other. We're gonna take this right arm here, pull it with the shoulder down. We're gonna stay linked over. Abs are gonna be engaged. We're breathing, and we're gonna pull it up here. So that's a slight pull, this is a deep pull. So you go slight or deep, okay? We're gonna do 15. Here we go. 15, 4, 3, 2, 11. Last 10. 9, you got this. 8, 7, keep breathing. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Perfect. We're gonna switch hands, keep the feet the same. Going to the left hand. Again, you can do a low pull or a high pull. But use the the elbow to lift up with the shoulder and roll up in the shoulder. Don't just kind of use the arm here. Ready? Here we go. 15, 4, 3, 2, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Let's take it to the center. Now our goal is chin and chest, okay? Chin and chest, that's the goal. But if you can get to your waist, we'll take that. We have 15, everybody ready? Let's go. 15, 4, 3, 2, 11, last 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. How's that, everybody?
Wow.
You said, now that's just something else. So we have 2 more we're gonna do before we cool down. 1 on each leg. This is gonna be working on our balance. We're gonna start just like so. Left leg is gonna be down. Right leg is gonna be up. Now, if you can't hold that right leg up like that, that's fine. Just put it down like this. But our goal is to keep it here and pull here. Kick out and pull the arms back. Keeping your balance, working on your balance and flexibility here. Bring the hands back to the knee. We got 15 on the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Balance. 6, 7. How you guys doing? 8.
Balance.
9, 10, 15, 4, 3, 2, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Donnie, you found my weakness.
Nobody likes the bands, but they're very beneficial, I promise. Okay, everybody, let's take a deep breath. Let's try it back to the left. This is gonna be our last one before the cool down. All right, ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. 6, you got it. 7, 8, 9, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, yes, throw these bands down.
Me.
Let's cool down, you guys. Come on, let's take some big circles here. Take a deep breath. I hope you guys at home enjoy that band workout. Very simple but beneficial. Again, I believe in high intensity but low impact. So just try. You know, like Jaylyn, she's here. She's not giving up. She has a lot of reasons why she shouldn't be here. Guys, let's go to the left. She could be at home and everybody would say, yeah, those are all good reasons why you should just stay home. But she's not. She's out here. She has a breath in her lungs. And as long as she can breathe, she's gonna do something beneficial. You guys get ready to hear about her story next. Don't change the channel. We'll be right back. Get you some water, dry your face off. You get ready to hear back from JoAnna Furby. I'll see you in a second. Welcome back. I hope you had a wonderful workout from our wonderful guest, JoAnna Furby, who encouraged you and inspired you to do it anyways. While she may have been out of workout, she didn't ever take it out of her mind and her heart. And so you guys saw her do a lot of things after explaining to you what her restrictions were. In addition to that, this beautiful, beautiful gift bag that you see here with all this beautiful, beautiful paper in this design was given to me by her. And so I just wanted to leave it up here so you can see what a really classy guest looks like. So Jaylyn, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I appreciate the
You're
gift,
welcome.
and I definitely appreciate you not ever giving up on fitness and exercise. So tell us a little bit about your history, a little bit more, you know, bring our guests back to current, just a few of the things that have kept you out of the game, but you always knew you were going to get back into fitness.
Oh,
and
absolutely, absolutely. It's always been my desire to maintain a lifestyle that kept me honest and credible as it relates to working out.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I come from a very challenging background in that everybody in my family came from a diabetic background. My mother died at the age of 48. I'll be 48 this December. And so she passed from a diabetic stroke. And at that time, I was 365 pounds. So I lost 167 pounds
That is
naturally.
huge. Wow,
Naturally.
congratulations.
I didn't have a gastric, no. I lost the weight.
How long did it take you to lose 165 pounds?
About 7 years.
About 7 years. And so you just took it one day at a time, one workout at a time, one meal at a time, and you didn't put too much stress and desperation on yourself?
Initially, what I did is I stopped eating meat, and I
Okay.
lost 80 pounds right off the rip.
And 80 pounds, like what time frame was that, 80 pounds?
10 months.
10 months, so about
10 months.
8 pounds a
So
month. Okay.
my mom passed in November, and by the summer of the following year, I had lost 80 pounds.
Okay.
And so from there, I couldn't maintain the lifestyle as a vegetarian. I didn't even know a vegan, vegetarian. I didn't know the
Oh, that was
difference. I honestly wasn't eating healthy. I just cut the meat out of my diet.
Now, what made you take that particular route? What made you go that route? Like, some people go no carbs, some people go low carbs, some people cut out sugar. What made you decide I'm not going to eat any meat? Like, what triggered that?
Losing my mother, burying my mother, watching her work every day in the church. My mother was the worship leader. She was over the Rosebud Choir, and she was a Sunday school superintendent. And she volunteered at the Suicide Christian Hotline. So she did a lot of work in the community, but she took care of everyone else and did not take care of herself.
So you think her disparity was associated with eating meat? What made you decide
I think that in the South we eat a lot of meat, and we go over our portion of meat. And
Okay.
for me, it was a way of saying, okay, enough is enough. I wanted to do something that was drastic, and so for me, that was drastic. I love meat. I still love meat. I eat meat now.
Right.
But then I felt I wanted to do something drastic
But
to
what made you
change my
target that, though?
mindset.
What made you do meat? Like,
Because it was something that I knew would be a challenge for me.
Okay.
It's just like when you go into fasting and prayer, and I know your faith is very important to you.
Extremely.
And being a PK, my dad was a pastor, my uncle was a pastor, so I know that when people go into prayer and they go into worship, it's a diligent effort. It's something that you have to mentally commit to. So for me, giving up meat was that sacrifice. It was like my sacrificial lamb.
Okay.
I literally sacrificed lamb. So I couldn't have lamb burgers and meat. I couldn't eat the meat that I wanted.
Right.
And so I
And it
did
worked out.
that to get myself conditioned to say, okay, if you can set aside being gluttonous, right, that's a
Right.
sin,
Oh,
for
absolutely.
eating so much meat, then maybe you can cut back on other things too. And so that's what I did. I cut back on the meat until I could learn to refrain from eating so much and develop new strategies for my life.
Okay.
And so it panned out to losing the 80 pounds, going back to eating meat, and then incorporating exercise. And I found that once I incorporated exercise and strength training specifically, then I lost more weight.
So when you lost the 80 pounds, you weren't even working out. That was just cutting out meat.
That was just cutting out the meat.
Seriously.
Seriously. That was just the meat.
Wow.
Yes.
So people could really do themselves a great service by just cutting out meat.
If you're a girl raised in the South like I am, a grits, right? That's an acronym for grits. If you're a girl raised in the South, raised on meat, you have meat for breakfast, meat for lunch, meat for dinner, meat for snack, then you probably
Cheese
could
and meat
do-
roll up.
Right, you could probably do without so much meat. Yes.
Awesome. Well, it's just, that's so challenging for some people. They're like, it's like mortifying. Even though we're moving in a culture that is, going more towards and gearing more towards removing the meat, not just to lose weight, but to do humanity a service to, civilize these animals that are being eaten and overconsumed, and therefore they're just being turned into no longer livestock, but a commodity to be just eaten like a bag of potato chips, and that's just
Sure.
not the way it's supposed to be. And so the animals are getting the reciprocity of our gluttony as it pertains to meat.
Sure, and I'm going to touch back on the question that you asked me, what else made me decide?
Right.
At that time, I was working at the U.S. Post Office when we buried my mother, and I'm not there anymore, so I probably won't get in trouble for this, but I worked on the flat sorter machine, and a PETA magazine. I got a stack of the PETA magazine, and as I was going through, sending them out on their way to the customers who had ordered them, one of them opened, and it was a sign that said, "Please don't kill me." And so that that plus the loss of my mom gave me a little seed, like, okay, you want to lose weight, this might be a way to do it. I did stumble across a PETA magazine along the way, and then since then I've also learned that even in just killing a gnat or a mosquito or an insect is still an act of compassion. So in eating meat, we have to realize that those are actual animals and that they have sacrificed their life for ours. I'm not a big vegetarian flag waver because I eat meat now, but I do cut back because of my limitations, as you stated before, with arthritis and degenerative disorders in my disc and spine. There's severe issues that I have to be careful when I work out. I can't
But
just
that's
go
what I was looking
willy-nilly.
for. I was looking for where you kind of zoned in on the meat, and now I know it was that information, because a lot of people have this information but they don't apply it.
Right.
So you saw it and said, I'm not going to murder you for my
Right. And I haven't been back yet.
Plus, I don't want to die.
Right.
And it costs you to lose 80 pounds. That's huge, and that's extremely important. And I pray that our audience can hear with ears and not just hear and listen, but actually, try to, seriously consider, at least for a time, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days
I
of
struggle
eliminating
with it,
meat.
JoAnna. I struggle with eating meat, even when I know I can enjoy
And let
a
them know
hamburger.
it's not just steak or stuff. It's all
struggle
meat,
with
right?
it. I've struggled with it since I was a little girl. I would get in trouble because, we came from, I'm the oldest of 7. My father spent a lot of money to provide for us, and I would literally look at a piece of chicken and look at the veins and say, this isn't right. Something died for this. And like, you better eat that meat.
Right.
I'm like, I don't want to eat it, But now I find that it's certain types of food that I'm able to eat, but I'm not a big fan of, just killing in vain,
So is it all meats? Is fish, turkey?
Well,
chicken?
back then it was all meat.
now when you say
I
meat.
eat all meat. I do, but it would have to be something that's already mass-produced and frozen, and then I will purchase it because it's already being consumed. Like, I won't go to a sushi restaurant and just have them prepare fresh for me
you don't go and
anymore.
pick
I
your
can't
lobster?
do that. No,
You don't go.
I can't do those type of things anymore because they're not compassionate. But if it's already massed, consumed, then I'll lean towards that way.
So the animal probably knows it's getting ready to
Right,
get
because
slaughtered.
it knows, and it'll make me sad. So I can't. I really can't. So I don't go there. And what I do is I try to look at fun ways to decrease the amount of meat consumption. For example, some fun recipes that I like to use is squash and potatoes. And so I may use an acorn squash with some processed sausage and peppers and something like that, and put it in the oven and bake it. And that way you have a hearty, robust meal without a lot of meat.
That is good information, because I just hope that someone says, hey, I'm going to do what Jaylyn did to lose that first 80 pounds, that she just cut one thing out of her diet, and it was meat, because you didn't cut out anything else.
I didn't cut out anything
You
else.
just cut out eating all meat.
And if they do that, I encourage you to speak with your doctor so that you don't take the exact same path that I did, because I took the unhealthy route. So I compensated with breads, which is equal to sugar and could predisposition you or put you into diabetes. So you want to find vegetarian cookbooks and study those things. Of course, I have them now, but you want to study those type of things so that you're going about it in the right, healthy way, which is very important.
Right. Awesome sauce. So what else are you doing besides struggling with being a vegan or vegetarian?
well, I'm not a vegan or vegetarian. I want to be. I want to be. It's a struggle.
It's a battle right now.
So the other things that I'm working on right now is, after losing the weight, I actually went back to college. I attended Georgia State, Go Panthers, Department of Kinesiology and Health, and became an exercise physiologist. And I know when we were talking, you were surprised by that. Like, I didn't know you were that immersed in it, but I am. It's important for me to be able to share with people the importance of health screenings and incorporating some type of fitness into their lifestyle. For example, if you're coming to Fitness Faith Ministries, you probably won't be able to eat cookies or anything like that. But for me, when I talk with people, right, I want them to just start in smaller steps, because they're coming from a severely obese background.
Right.
If I try to snatch their cookies out of their hand, they'll claw me to death, okay? They're not going to give up cookies right away.
But we must admit that you're snatching their cookies, not bringing them cookies, right? You're not going to bring them.
Right. You're not going to bring them cookies. I brought cookies last time, so.
So the difference between me, trying to take the cookies from you and me giving you cookies. It's okay, baby. Just go eat this can of cookies.
After I left the show, that was a blessing for me because it taught me something that I don't have to listen to my doctor, right? So if I'm working out and the doctor says you need to have these sugar pills, you need to have cookies on hand, make sure you have these sweets next to you because you're a diabetic now. Well, like you said, I have things for that. How about some fresh fruit? There's options, right? So it's a learning, constant learning experience, right? You may not get it right unless they're to your level, right? So for us, the regular people who just want to do something to try to get on their way, this is a way that you could do it. Superfit is a way that you could do it. You could participate in our health screenings.
Which are free.
Yeah, we have free health screenings all around the state. We provide health services. We're going to have a whole series of health classes in DeKalb County next year with the Georgia Spartans, so I'm very much looking forward to that. We have 2 more health fairs, health street festivals this year, Valdosta and Macon, Georgia.
Okay.
It's our 4th year, so I'm so excited.
And where can they find out more information about you and the street festivals and the expos and things that you're going to have? Tell us your contact information.
We have tons of websites. There's a website for each city. Really
good.
So I'm just going to tell you guys to go to Instagram. If you go on our Instagram, you will find everything. And our Instagram is very simple. It's Super Fit.
Spell that for us.
It's SOOPAFITT. And the reason it's SOOPAFITT is because FIT, F-I-T-T, is an acronym. According to the American College of Sports Medicine, it's the #1 strength principle. So frequency, intensity, time, and type of exercise. Any professional will absolutely know that acronym.
I didn't even know they were still using it. But hey, you guys have heard from Jalen Furby from Superfit. She's an awesome, awesome representative for keeping yourself fit. And as far as being a vegan, if you go to Genesis 1:29, God says from the beginning of his book, I've given you every seed-bearing plant that's good for food. If I were you, I would take that vegan or vegetarian challenge, even if it's for just 10 days. Thank you guys for joining us. I hope you've been motivated and encouraged. Go to that website, go to Instagram, and we'll see you guys next time.